Hello, and welcome to my channel, Cory Reads. I'm Cory, and I'm going to read. And what we are reading is the Bible. We're going to go through book by book, chapter by chapter, and read it and discuss what it actually says. And I'm choosing to read a Bible from 1890s. So it's well over 100 years old, so it has nothing to the influence of the modern world at all. Past, there's the Civil War just ended a few years ago, and it hasn't hit anything since then. So it's not influenced by a lot of the modern stuff. So at the beginning, they talk about how it's one of the most accurate from the old language. So it should be pretty good. It probably is going to be different than a lot of the modern Bibles, just simply because of the edits that they do to change it, the wording to fit modern day stuff. So without further ado, here we go. The first book of Moses, because the first part of the Old Testament was written by Moses. And the first part is called Genesis. And this is chapter 1. Okay. So, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So the first day, in the beginning, the first day, God created the heaven and the earth, and there was no form or void, so there was nothing there except the waters. That God looked upon the waters and made the day, or the light and the darkness, which then became the day and the night. So that was the first day. Then moving on, and God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament. It divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. So at this point in time in history, the world's flat. That's what everyone knew. Back when Moses wrote this, the world was flat. They didn't know it was round, curved, ball, anything. So, flat Earth, the Bible says the world is flat. God puts a dome over it, divides the water underneath it to the water above it. And then, I guess, moving on. And then God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So, the second day, God put a dome over the earth, divided the waters. So we got earth, and then you got heaven above the firmament, which is basically the curvature of the sky. So the whole, when you're standing there, the whole curve from as far as you can see either way, that's the firmament. And above it is heaven, and below it is earth. And then God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. So the land was there under the water, and it appeared. So there's land now. And then God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. So the third day, God made land appear, and called the land earth, and the water seas. And then he made the grass and the herb yielding seed and the fruit tree yielding fruit appear. So basically made all the trees appear, all the grass appear, and it points out that the seeds are inside the fruit. So it makes a point of pointing that out. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's part of it. It's the fruit inside after its kind, inside itself after his kind. So all the fruit trees are males, apparently. Anyway, moving on. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven, and give light upon the earth, or to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Fourth day, God creates the earth, or the sun and the moon, puts them in the firmament, which is the dome, along with all the stars and the lights. So basically, at this point in history, they use the sun and the stars to show the different times, dates, is pointing that out. For that's where they're at. They're in the dome. So, and God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day." Fifth day, God creates all the sea creatures and the birds. So the birds can fly above and multiply on the earth, and all the sea creatures and the sea, like the whales, mentioned whales, to multiply and spread their own kind. That's what it's saying. And then, moving on to the sixth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after his kind." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." So basically, at this point, it says that God made all the creatures on the earth, and God made man out of our image, it says. So God's referring to a third party being our image. And then it goes on and says that man has dominance over everything, all the birds, all the creatures, all the animals, the earth, the sea. Man is the dominant creature. And so then God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. So it's not a she, it's a he, him, and he, them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to every thing that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. And that is the end of chapter 1. Next chapter 2 starts the 7th day. So firstly, basically chapter 1 is first 6 days of creation. We have God creating earth and putting a dome over it, separating the waters, which is to earth and to heaven, putting all the stars and the sun and the moon. Or at this point, they're saying that the moon was a light, which it's reflecting the light. And the earth is also flat at this point, but according to the Bible, the earth is a light, the world is flat, and man has dominance over all the animals, everything in the sea, the earth, the plane, everything. And that's how God made the earth in the first 6 days. Okay. And that ends chapter 1 of the book of Genesis, which is the first book of Moses. All right, and next time we'll be moving on to chapter 2, which talks about Eden, and going over that next. Thanks for watching.